Yeah, so, I've been thinking about some things and about, things that we do well, and I just feel like we might be better if we talk about some team chemistry and how,
Chemistry.
how we do well or things that we don't do well with, right? And so I was like, I know you guys don't know this. I'm not an open book. I'm kind of hard to read. And so, just so you know, I have a vice, and I sometimes don't read the room. I know it's hard to think about, but I sometimes.
Crazy.
It's like I don't read.
You don't read?
Well, I've read before.
fair.
I've been trying to get more into it. It's more of things like, when people are feeling down or there's like a tension, or maybe I shouldn't say something and I should just shut up. And I just keep talking. You guys probably never noticed it before, but I tend to not read the room.
I always enjoy your voice no matter what you're saying or how long
And that's why you guys haven't noticed it, I'm sure. But yeah, what Physic, what about you?
I guess it'd be the pickpocketing.
The what?
Well, that's not a vice. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
The
I
what?
pickpocketed him the other day.
You what?
What?
You're not supposed to tell people.
Your pocket watch. You want that back? Oh, wait.
Oh, you son of a...
Took his pocket watch?
I need to see the time.
These are my credentials!
You should probably keep a better hand on it if they're that important,
Jeez.
though.
Not
We don't
good at
pickpocket from them anymore.
Not from them anymore.
Not from them anymore.
So you would say pickpocketing is your vice?
Yeah.
What's a good trait, though? I love that you pickpocket.
Aw. Hoogie. I like your voices too.
But what you copping?
Oh, I found this bottle on one of our adventures of Vandersville's finest. It's not too bad.
Yeah, I think
What a
noticed-
crossover!
I noticed we just don't have vices. Drinking's not a bad thing.
None
No,
of
not
us,
about
none of
it.
us have flaws
Nothing
in
in
the
the wrong.
slightest.
Nothing bad has ever happened when people.
I mean, you're at the helm of the ship and the drinking. What could go wrong? You only make better decisions.
I
We
see more
are
seaworthy.
unflawed individuals, really.
Or Bill Worthy.
Really, there's nothing flawed about it.
Hey, you've been really talkative,
Hoagie,
but
you're a good kid.
what
You're so quiet today.
yeah, what's up your butt?
Nothing's up my butt.
Okay, what's your vice then?
Well, ever since I nearly died on the ship in that black hole, I have been coping rather poorly, and I have taken to eating banana pudding.
I can make that.
You notice that this bowl I've been eating from the entire conversation is a mound of banana pudding.
Are you doing okay?
So you're having a good time now then? 'Cause you're eating banana pudding.
No. Remember the not reading the room bit?
Yeah. We bought it.
You're doing it again.
I really wish I could control myself. I feel out of control.
I think it's okay to eat the banana pudding.
You're eating banana.
Everything's gone off the rails!
So I feel like it's safe to say that we have no vices and we're a pretty, tight chip.
Hard time.
You could put the banana pudding
Finest.
on the hardtack.
It takes a bite of the hardtack. It sounds exactly like this.
Oh, there's my incisor.
Smelling salts.
No!
Is this the fair
It's getting
ritual?
worse and worse.
I can resist the pudding.
You can eat the
I
pudding.
can't. That looks pretty good.
It's just pudding.
We should really talk about this later. This sounds like a really traumatic thing we need to go through.
Yeah, I think we're a tight ship though. We're good.
We can just keep you with the pudding. You don't have to give up the pudding.
I'm glad we have no flaws.
Speaking
You
of no
can
flaws,
face your trauma
welcome
and
to
eat pudding.
Roots of Yggdrasil, presented by Lizards and Locations. There's no flaws here at all, trust me.
You know what has no flaws? Goblin's Notebook.
Absolutely flawless.
It's a really, really great digital notebook for you to organize all of your TTRPG stuff.
I stand by that.
Yeah, John uses it for all sorts of campaigns. Can it organize things that aren't TTRPGs? It feels like
Yeah,
it
absolutely
could.
could.
I mean,
Yeah.
buy it for the TTRPGs.
They have the new. So one of the
But
updates.
also,
Stay for everything else.
One of the updates they did is that you can rename the tabs. Instead, it doesn't have to be creatures and organizations. So you can just rename them to dishes.
But
Tasks I need to complete. Right.
they have new artwork on there.
They do.
Just loaded it up like this week. That's cool. And if you head over there and use the code Lizards20, you get 20% off the first month of your subscription, which is super cool. And you support them,
Yep.
and us, and yourself with a really cool notebook.
They're amazing. Well, Andrew, can you take us to the intro so we can stop eating this banana pudding?
no.
No.
Keep eating the banana
God.
pudding.
I agree.
No.
Actually, I love banana.
No one should ever stop eating the banana pudding.
Always eat banana pudding.
Pudding do banana.
I put in the banana.
But I mean, I guess we could go to the
Now-
intro
now
I
you're
guess, yeah.
saying pineapple pudding.
Pineapple
Ananas!
Bananas.
pudding. Dude, pineapple pudding is like way different than banana pudding.
Pudding do ananas is...
Ananas.
All right.
Okay, and welcome to Roots. Mary's just like, whoa. Welcome to Roots of Yggdrasil, presented by Lizards and Locations. We left out on a bit of a cliffhanger last time as the Eldritch horror finally ripped itself out from the hole in creation and space-time that it had found itself just basically attacking everything that it could see. And our heroes were trying desperately to stop it from doing so, but after doing quite a bit of damage, maybe not unsuccessful is the wrong word for it, but it is now fully manifest inside the dimension they find themselves in, which is not the ideal place to be at any point. So we'll see how they deal with that. Armed with gigantic, bristle to the teeth, navy. What's the word? I'm trying to look for a dreadnought, I suppose, is the word that would most accurately come to mind. So, yeah, they've got quite a threat to deal with, but they also have plenty of weapons to deal with it. Will they be able to save the planet of Svartalfheim? Will they be able to save themselves? Find out this time. Maybe. Well, no. Who knows?
Find out never.
Find out when you watch the show. Right now.
Huh?
Right now.
Nah.
Whoa. Oh, my lid.
Look.
My lid!
Okay. Well, let's get right into it. You find yourself with a fully realized Eldritch abomination
Not a
flailing
Eldritch
around
abomination.
in the dimension you seem to be kind of defending at the moment.
Yikes. That's my purse. I don't know you.
A few of the support ships around the Jormungandr have been destroyed. The Jormungandr being the largest by far ship in the fleet that you find yourself in. Second only to the Leviathan that you have been on once, that is situated at the Rock of Brawl. I'm not sure what else to say about it. What do you do? Because it's heading towards the planet.
Kill it. Fire on that fucking thing!
Well, I'm not going to question orders.
Unfortunately, I lost the notes that dictated the initiative order. My bad.
roll
Very
again.
happens. So we're gonna have to roll for initiative again.
Fun.
I apologize.
First roll!
I'm so upset about rolling
First
this
roll.
dice.
Inspiration for Andrew losing his notes!
Everyone gets inspiration because I fucked up.
Yay!
There you have it.
Oh, so you lose yours then.
Yeah, it's a
It's a
I
double
feel like I
negative.
lost it because I rolled bad.
Same.
I
Yeah.
have advantage on initiative. For being a bummer.
Number
Yeah.
1.
What? Yeah? What?
Do you see it?
Yeah? And?
It's cool!
Oh, okay.
Double 20.
It's natural 20.
No, it's not even double. It's just.
For a 24.
It's just a 20.
Oh.
Drinking water on myself.
Okay, so Hoagie had a 24. Anybody else above a 20?
No.
Anybody above a 15?
Oh, 15.
Nope.
Anybody above a 10?
14.
There you go. Represent.
14 for Finn.
Really? This is what we get?
Anybody above a 5?
7!
Also 7.
The fuck?
You probably have a better dexterity
Yeah.
than me. I
Yeah, not probably.
Yeah.
The word you were looking for was definitely.
Not being
That's
mean
yours.
about it. That chunk of
Eat your
Good.
corner.
Alright.
my corner of Gouda.
Well,
Your CG.
What?
CG, corner good.
since I don't recall the last order that you took.
I do.
What was it?
For the smaller smaller weapons, we
Mhm.
keep defending the aircraft. The Normangander,
Jormungandr.
Jormungandr. And for the big weapon, to fire on the squid. You're like fire everything she's got pretty much on that, except for the AA guns, which is me.
Okay.
So I'm fighting the things that are coming closer to us.
Okay. So you're defending the Jormungandr.
Yep.
Okay. Well, go ahead and it's your turn. So
Yeah, I'm
what
gonna
would
do
you
that. I'm gonna keep following
Okay.
orders.
Okay.
We're doing it with
and-
artillery.
In case our viewers have forgotten, I don't know anything that's going on with Fithic. I just know that I'm in the middle of a war, so I'm gonna keep fighting that. Which I think you were giving us advantage if we
Yes,
follow the orders.
if you follow the orders,
Yeah.
you get advantage because it's supposed to be like a high stress situation, and following the orders will keep everything in line.
So it'll be Dex score for me, no proficiency, but that will be a 15 to fire essentially like an anti-aircraft gun.
And aircraft on
Yeah.
the incoming, basically golems that are basically plowing into the Jormungandr. Most of them are being destroyed upon impact, but the more damage you guys are going to take, they could infiltrate, and then you might have to fight one,
Okay.
depending on what happens. But 15 is enough to hit them. So at that point, you are able to. You can see the flak cannons basically like they go out a certain distance, and then when they blow up when they approach the area, and then you see little bits of rock just kind of like blasting apart
Okay.
as like they kind of. You can see it on like your viewfinder, like you see like little
Yeah.
bit, like little like clack 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 as like instead of a big freaking boulder hitting it, they're like smaller rocks kind of like bounce off of the hole and bounce off of the shields.
It's like I'm getting used to this thing. But yeah, I'll just use my whole turn to essentially just trying to protect the Jormungandr as much as possible.
Okay. Finn, you're in the command post. You can kind of oversee everything that's happening, and you can tell that you've lost a few of your support ships throughout the rounds. Not too many. You guys have actually done a pretty good job of defending everything. I think the only thing that has been having some issues is like the world got a little bit like Svartalfheim got a little bit fucked up
Bombarded, yeah.
because you're just so busy making sure you didn't get fucked up. So, and I know I did the thing where the longer you have it on doing one thing, the less effective it gets, because I'm trying to, not to game the system, but like, the longer you have it on one item, the less effective it gets. So,
I think so far, correct me if I'm wrong, I think we've only lost like one shuttle. Essentially, like we've been pretty good. Like,
you've been pretty good.
Yeah.
The thing that's taken the most damage at the moment is the world, just because you only have access to so much of it in the first place. So, and also like your guns are not necessarily meant for that kind of close support. You're a big fucking dreadnought. You're here for
Do we have
ship to
like,
ship.
fighters we could send out to?
You do have fighters, yeah. You have like you have like
not part of my second.
no, you're not in charge of the interceptors. You can see smaller ships kind of flying around, and you can tell them what to do because that's part of.
Oh.
But well, you've been doing it like kind of. It's basically baked into like your orders. Like if you say defend that, then the fighters will go defend them. If you say defend the Jormungandr, the fighters like I just don't have any way for you to directly interact with the fighters. They're just kind of baked into the defenses of the thing. But for later, yeah.
Sending stone comms.
But like the flavor of it is as you're watching this, it's like a big like Star Wars style space battle where like there are fighters, there are interceptors, and you see like the smaller like cruisers and stuff, and you see like and then you're basically the Star Destroyer.
I guess what I'm wondering is if we have a way for me to pull the fighters away briefly from defending to help transport like a bomber to just drop a nuke on this Eldritch Horror.
Yeah, I mean that would just be flavor of attack the Eldritch Horror. Like, and you can absolutely do that. Like I'm not gonna say, oh no, there's no fight. Like no, if that's the flavor you want to use for your attack,
We can use a lot of radiant.
Could Hoagie fit in one of those?
Oh, like a bomber?
a fighter.
A bomber?
A bomber.
You want to go bomb that with a I mean, can we get him in the hangar and go send him out to go bomb the filter?
I would be such an asshole if I said no to that.
It's so cool.
So I think I kind of have.
I kind of love
I'm
it.
Picturing like
there.
Mr. Incredible in the car, you know?
No, you're sandwiched. You're wedged in there. I almost want to make you wear a helmet where like your head is.
I would do
above
that
the
next.
actual
I might if you do that. I might do it next time.
Yeah, I think if you do that, there'll be a fighter, but you'll have to like cut a hole in the top.
Because he's proficient in spelljammer ships. That's what I would assume it would be around that same kind of like spelljammer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna whoever's like my second in command, like this shit's going off the rails. I'm gonna grab him by the collar and pull him in and be like, send in Grendel.
Who?
You know who Grendel is, send him in!
Okay, sir.
Codename Grendel.
Hoagie.
He's still here. You see like the lieutenant that you kind of grab, and he's just like, what?
Explain your kernels.
I was just giving it a Beowulf nickname.
Yeah,
for
no,
the
I
fucking-
got you.
For the nuke, for the tactical nuke we're sending
Oh,
in.
I'm going to. I'm gonna enter the comms because I'm always paying attention to what this nerd is saying, and I'm gonna go. He's referring to the radiant ballista.
Radiant Ballista.
The nuke. What else would you call it?
I mean, it's. I don't know. It's like a ballista would just be like you just fire on it. I'm thinking like literally, like fly to it and drop like a big motherfucker on it.
Radiant payload then.
Yeah, that's
good.
I like that. I like radiant payload.
Yeah.
Project Grendel.
I mean, you're taking a little bit of liberties here, but I'm kind of digging it. Because like not only would that imply that they have a fighter that Hoagie knows how to fly, but also there is a gigantic nuclear bomb style weapon on board.
Well, of course, you just have a form of the matter, antimatter, gamma radiation Tokillya Bob, and you.
Oh, is that what you want to shoot him?
Actually, that kind of makes some sense. Right? Using it one day, just making it deliberately unstable, and just fucking shooting it at it.
Can't wait
Hope
to
for
see
the best.
all of my
Full
damn
circle
bones
here.
around my eyes.
Will it create a black hole? I don't know. What are physics?
The return of the
Yeah.
the return of the antimatter to gamma radiation to kill
Tokillya
you.
Bob.
Codename Project Grendel. The horror of an abomination. The horrific abomination that only a mother could love. The mother being the the team of mad scientists that help create such a devastating.
no.
I was picturing Angelina Jolie from.
If anybody, if there's
Beowulf
one message to take out of Oppenheimer, it's definitely that he definitely didn't regret anything that he did.
Yeah, no.
No regrets.
I wasn't with the trials for it.
No regrets.
I watched Cillian Murphy's performance very closely.
He seemed fine with it.
Yeah.
He's doing fine. He's fine.
Anyway, fuck yeah, absolutely. You want to take a I feel like we made a name, we made up a name for it and then forgot it, because like, matter to antimatter, gamma radiation killing Abob is absolutely excellent.
That was exactly what we called it.
Is that what we just kept going with it?
Yes,
Yeah.
we could call it Project Matkerkum.
Yeah.
Did you write it out?
Yes, I did.
Okay, of course you did.
Matter, antimatter, gamma
I mean,
radiation.
you could just call it an accelerator core.
We could call it alphabet.
Yeah, call it alphabet soup. Anyway,
As long as you don't say proton torpedo, TM.
it's not a proton torpedo. Protons have nothing to do with this.
You know, I would argue that in Star Wars too.
The fission hyperdrive.
You're one thing.
Fission, fusion,
What's that?
gamma.
One thing to do with it.
Tokillya Rick.
Oh, I thought you said photons. Proton torpedoes. Okay.
Yeah, protons are the Star Wars.
That's Star Wars.
Photons is Star Trek.
Star Trek. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, photon lasers.
You know, protons do have to do with it.
We
They're
use
one- they're
electron
step
lasers
one.
here.
Yeah.
Get a proton. Step 2, get an antiproton. Step 3, question mark?
Tokillya Bob.
Question. Step 3. Profit.
Step 3.
Step 4.
Gamma?
Yeah. Step 3 is gamma radiation. Step 4, question mark? Step 5, profit.
Yeah. Fantastic Five.
You've just given these turtles cancer.
Oh no, if it's gamma radiation, they don't have cancer. They're dead.
No, they're just big green monsters.
Anyway, let's see what
Lucky
happens when
few.
you throw as much gamma radiation as you can at an Eldritch Abomination. What could go wrong?
What could go wrong?
Nothing.
Sounds like
Nothing.
Okay, so the orders for this round from Finn are prepare the matter, antimatter, gamma radiation to kill you, Abob, for payload delivery to the Eldritch Abomination.
AKA Project Grendel.
And I'm continuing to fire artillery upon it until such a time as the bomber gets close enough to be within.
Well, I'm gonna treat the Project Grendel as your thing where they're getting an advantage on actions that they're doing.
Okay, fair enough. Okay, so that's that. That's the action. Well, I guess I was just like, yeah. So the gun will not get advantage.
Yes, you can still fire the gun, whoever is in charge of that, but they won't have advantage on what they're doing.
Which is good because you still have proficiency anyways, which I don't. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm made to shoot things in a lab.
cool Captain.
Wear your spacesuit. I don't know what's gonna happen.
We're flying by the seat of our pants here.
Looks like crop top. This is my spacesuit.
A little more layering. Just
Oh, of course.
insulated.
Pulls down a little bit of the crop top. Oh. Oh.
Get in my spacesuit for the love of all that is Odin.
Do we have one that big?
Does this fuck with the testes?
Do we not have?
Oh, absolutely. We could put like 2 of them together, maybe.
That doesn't seem like it would pass any sort of safety standards.
Oh, it won't. Oh no, sir. The safety standards.
Don't you have anything to hold like large livestock in space?
Oh yeah, we. Okay, now I got it.
God,
Don't tell them. Don't tell them I said that.
They're gonna get me a slim fit.
If you tell them, well, you'll be quarterback.
Damn.
Damn that, brutal. Okay.
You won't, but just don't.
You see, okay, so we'll deal with that next time it's Toki's turn.
Next time.
Because right now, well,
Next time.
because it's now it's
It's
Finn's
like-
turn, and we'll
It's like,
get
you won't, but you won't.
Unless.
I mean, you won't.
Wink. Okay. We roll for the Eldritch
Abomination.
Horror.
Yeah.
Yep. The Abomination.
Death. Let me roll for death real quick.
Well, not if I roll like that. Not if I roll like that. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you can see the Eldritch Abomination basically like flailing as this bees hive of freaking ships kind of like swirl around it, and it's kind of like groggy almost as it just comes out fully of the tear, and it's kind of like waving several of its like undulating tentacle lasers kind of like juts out of it and then retreats. It's kind of like a squid amoeba looking type of thing, because like it doesn't have a set form, but it is mostly tentacles. What form you can't see, and like you'll see like as one coming out, a bunch of metal razors will like come out and just kind of like slash into one of the cruisers that's trying to evade as it's attacking. Doesn't quite evade, gets cut in half. So that's, I know we had last time when there was a destroyed build thing, you had the ability to retrieve and save as many people as you could. That was part of Fithic's Sensor's station. Fithic's still do that. They can't because, actually, are you back now?
Yeah.
Okay, you came back. Okay. So now they're back at the station. Alright, so you can do that. And that'll be the end of the Abomination's turn. He rolled really badly, except for that one roll, which means now it is Raleigh's turn.
Okay. Oh.
You are on the big gun.
The gun again. That's right.
You can either keep attacking with the big gun, or think of it if you want to think of another way you want to help with Project Grendel. You can do that, or you can just kind of eat some popcorn and watch everything go to hell. I don't know.
I'm firing my laser.
Firing my laser.
Just remind me what I got to roll for that. I got proficiency.
Mm-hmm. It would be basically an attack roll with just like proficiency.
Cute.
Yeah, so Dex plus proficiency. This is hella good for you.
Trying to see if I have any
nonsense.
Any nonsense, yeah.
Could she arguably add like any of her arcane archer stuff to that, or?
Unfortunately, no, that I can think of, but it's because it's like a special thing.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if like the homing thing or like the seeking one. Or...
Yeah, and like I considered that when I was thinking of the encounter, but it just feels a little too gamey.
Yeah.
Like I feel bad because those are like her things that she does, but to be fair, a lot of this is not necessarily your character build. It's more like a role-playing like experience type of thing. And then as the role-play experience comes to a head, the kind of encounter you have will be dictated by this encounter. Which right now is going crazy.
The only nonsense I have is that my archery fighting style, as written, is attack rolls with ranged weapons.
Yeah, that counts.
So, that's nonsense.
I mean, if that's how it's written, I can't say it's not a ranged weapon.
So that's a natural 17 plus the 2 from archery.
Okay.
Plus.
I mean, you hit, but yeah.
Fine.
Okay. Come on, quick math.
5.
Uh-huh. For the 24.
And then. What the hell's my proficiency?
It's not a dodger.
Plus 3 current. Plus, yeah, 3.
Right. 27.
27.
That's
Yeah, you
cool.
hit.
Cool!
Plus-
plus 10.
Plus 10 is crazy, yeah. Yeah, I know.
Where'd you say?
That says 4.
Cat says our proficiency is plus 4. I just don't see it on mine.
Well, I'm.
No.
Yeah, it's plus 4.
Then
Plus
it's
4 then.
Plus 11.
I was gonna say, you should be like almost level 10 now.
28.
That's weird. Why is it not sure?
You don't get proficiency.
Yeah. Fuck
You
me.
specifically.
Go fucking.
And now, what damage do I
Isn't it right
do?
at the top?
No, you don't roll for damage. It's
Okay.
it's basically just a
Oh,
thing
it
that
says
happens.
initiative.
So-
Cool!
So, you fire your big fucking laser.
Stupid.
It's on there.
There's a whole bunch of amorphous shapes and things that resemble tentacles, and I'm just like, alright, that seems to be the metaphysical center.
Now you can see, like, as it's trying to attack another one of the ships, like, the laser beam just kind of like, cuts through it. And you see, like, it doesn't... It's hard to tell if it, like, hurts it especially, because it's kind of amorphous to begin with. Like, you just see that one tentacle just kind of, like, and it kind of like just starts drifting, and it doesn't disintegrate immediately, but like as it goes, like for future reference, as the rounds go, like as it goes, you can see it kind of like dissolving as it floats away from the main shape of the body. Yeah. So basically, what happened was you saved another thing.
Good shot.
Cobb's high five.
High fives.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I think that's what she wrote.
Okay. In that case, Mythic, it's now your turn. What would you like to do?
Oh,
Would you like to save as many people as you can, or would you like to help Hoagie with Operation Grendel?
Oh, help Hoagie. I mean, I'd like to save people, but I'm gonna help Hoagie. By doing what?
I don't know. What do you want to do?
Should I come with you, Hoagie? Or
There's no space.
You could be my wingman anytime.
I'd rather be right there in the cockpit with you, but
Oh my god.
There's absolutely no possible way you would fit into the cockpit with him.
because I really can't protect you if I'm not there. But
It's annoying. What kind of shit is it?
Hoagie's not that much bigger than like any others.
Yes, he is. He's like 9 feet tall.
He's still a medium creature.
Large.
He's like
I count as large.
he counts as large. He's
Yeah.
9 feet tall. He's not just no. We're not. I'm not. No. There's no way.
He's very massive.
7 foot tall
medium
basketball
for the
players can't
sense
fight
of-
cars.
Yeah, like
Medium for the sense of role playing, but in all intents and purposes, he should occupy 4 squares.
yeah. I'm not gonna do that. That's a bit much. But like
My point being, there'd be gift in the military because it's the Rock of Brawl military, and the gift would be in the Rock of Brawl. But
This is a lot of arguing for sucking dick.
I would be there to bring him home, not to suck his dick only.
I'm just imagining the Helldivers 2, the eagles they have. Where like one of the upgrades for the eagles is literally cutting off all of the legroom you have, so they're literally like their legs go into the ground because they're like, we gotta cut as much freaking space as possible.
Yeah, see, he's 9 feet tall. I'm 4 feet tall. It'll even out.
Well, it's only meant for one person.
Oh, is he piloting it?
Yeah, you'd be piloting it. That's what I imagined when he said he wanted to go into the fighter. Flash bomber.
Fair enough.
What is that?
If there are 2 seats, they don't because he took out the front seat and is sitting in the back seat, so his leg room.
Yeah,
I was
basically.
like, this one, dude. One for each cheek.
No, don't tear those out. They're bolted. Oh my god.
Are you on the scanners right now? That's what you're on?
I am.
The guy with
Not
the-
folded very well, apparently.
The
Am
guy
I
who's
close
doing
to
safety
you?
violations.
Yeah.
Poor ports would be fucking 6 pages long. Jesus.
I just need you to show me the way home, honey.
Absolutely.
Oh, Hoagie, I do love you. Okay, well, it's gonna take you like a turn to do that, right? So I can give you, I can prep some stuff for you for this turn, and then the next turn, show you how to get home. So this time, I'm gonna like put my hand around your face and kind of smush it. And while I tell you that I love you, I'm going to cast Air Bubble, so that you have a bubble of fresh air around your head for 24 hours.
Fun to do.
Yeah.
Nobody knows what the hell's gonna happen out there. Most of all me.
And then I'm also gonna like, kiss you because I love you and bardically inspire you with my tongue.
With your tongue. Okay.
My talented tongue.
Mm.
So you have bardic inspiration and an air bubble.
Sorry if you think, but it's time to buzz the tower.
Whatever you want to do, just don't die.
That's also.
I'll be really upset if you die. So
Hey, don't
die. Don't die.
Hey, dying is illegal.
Hoagie, don't die.
Yeah, I made it illegal.
See, it's illegal. You'll go to jail. We care about
Forever
that a
jail.
lot.
We do.
Not doing illegal things.
Forever jail.
Because we're not criminals, Hoagie.
Yeah, baby tail.
Happy Friday.
Brad, when you see this, it probably won't be Brad.
It
No,
might be.
yeah, it's
because
next week.
it's next week.
Is it
right?
really?
Yep.
Oh, then happy Brad.
Don't die!
Anyway,
It's illegal.
okay. So that means he has fresh air and inspiration for whatever he wants to do on his next turn.
Yeah.
Which is right now, because
Yeah.
it's the top of the round.
It's probably like a D6, because I'm a really, really
Yeah. I'm
not
gonna get in one of these fighters.
party yet.
Feel the need. The need for speed.
Yeah.
Time to buzz the tower. Go.
Zoom.
I looked
Okay,
at top
so,
quotes.
in order to, yeah, I get it. Okay, so you're going to go and get ready to drop
My
this-
payload on them.
the payload on the thing. Okay.
It's gonna be mine.
This is
He
going
is
to take
really
longer.
good at dropping
Obviously, this is going to
payloads.
take longer than 10 seconds. So,
Which you kind of been saying already has been happening anyways.
it's, yeah, like, this is not a 10-second round type of thing. Like,
Yeah.
this is going to be, we're playing a little fast and loose with the time frame of what's happening here. But, this is going to take this will take some time. Because, like, you're going to need to get into a flight suit. The flight suit that you were being given is a bit more like a bag than a suit. It's like this big, like, fluorescent orange bag. That kind of, like, you would maybe see if, carrying, like, maybe some kind of large animal, perhaps.
Mm.
You can see, like, there's some
I'm still really
holes.
confused. There would be GIF in the military. You would have
It's not as
suits for
fun.
the GIF.
That's not as funny though, because you specifically asked for something that you would use to transport live animals / livestock, and I think that's funny.
It's less that I think that there are no GIF. It's that when I suggested that it would be too small, just that, like, human pilots tend to be smaller than.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, there's definitely GIF in the military. Are they pilots? Probably not specifically.
We're
But,
like,
Perfectly fine.
up to you.
They're probably
Whatever
they probably like to pilot bigger battlefields.
Yeah, they probably would. They wouldn't be in a fighter. They'd be in like one of the cruisers or like in a something that isn't like an interceptor. Maybe like a. Honestly, I figured most of the GIF on the ship are on the batteries on the Jormungandr. Like they're the ones shooting like the big things like you were. Like the big, like not the super big gun, that's
Yeah,
like the
yeah.
main guns, but like all of like the turrets. That's what I figured they were because I know GIF like to shoot cannons and turrets and shit. So they're not. So yeah, like the fighters are more the smaller races. There might be one GIF pilot who like just deals with it.
So what do I need to do?
It's a good question. Let's see. We would have to get the matter, antimatter, gamma radiation, Tokillya, Abob prepared.
Okay.
So you could help with that.
Mhm.
You could get familiar with the actual systems of the things, so that give yourself maybe a little bit more of an advantage when you're actually piloting it. We could also, and this is me spitballing completely here. You could also. Let's see. What could you do? Any way that you can think of to prepare yourself for flying a thing that you've never flown before to deliver a payload that you are not familiar with.
Well, I've worked on the gamma.
I guess you are. I guess
Yeah,
you've
I've
worked
worked
on it for a little bit. But like,
Yeah.
it's gonna be like a. This is for like a larger ship as well. So like this is
Yeah.
a big old thing. So basically, if you're familiar with that, you can go and help them get that situated. You can also, be familiar with the ship.
My interpretation of it was like either it's just a big thing that's like got like the red like line around it or something. It just kind of looks menacing,
Mm-hmm.
or it's literally like that fucking amoeba with spikes from Halo.
I was thinking more of like this self-contained like metallic box. It just has every single fucking warning label you can possibly think of just slapped to it like over and over and over again. You're just like, this looks like something to fuck with.
Just think. It's a massive box.
Yeah.
The actual thing is much smaller, but it's like 3 feet of lead.
Oh yeah, no. The actual reaction of matter and antimatter is probably like this, like these two things, and like you put them together and they just fucking blow up with the force of like a fucking sun. But the actual box is like the size of like this.
So they did that.
It's like this big.
I think it was the second or the third Star Trek movie. And it was the first one with because when they fight the Romulans, they have like the antimatter and it's just a single dot
Oh,
of
the
this
red
red.
drops.
It's just literally a red drop. Like it's but it's in this gigantic Bacta
Yeah,
tank
exactly.
with fucking cylinder. Yeah.
Yeah, because you
But
can't
it's
let,
one little drop.
Yeah, because you can't let it react.
Yeah.
And I've seen the gamma radiation kill you off, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you've all
Yeah.
you've
I think we've
all
all seen it.
you've
yeah.
all seen the
Yeah.
box that contains the reaction.
Yeah.
So on the box,
Mhm.
because Raleigh won't let good enough lie. So even though there's all these warning labels and stuff, there's also a handwritten note from Raleigh that says, "Don't even think about it."
Very nice. Very nice. Just right next to the handle. Okay. Alright, so what would you like to do?
I guess it's to prepare the.
You're gonna prepare the radiation deck?
Yeah.
Okay. So that'll make the let's get a roll for that.
Okay.
Let's see, what kind of roll would this be? Let's say there's like a I'm gonna give it a knowledge check, but I'm gonna give you proficiency because you are familiar because you have the wild spacer thing, so you're used to this kind of thing.
Yeah, space vehicles. Is one of
Yeah,
the
you're
things.
used, yeah, space vehicles. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So we can use that space vehicle. See,
Okay. Yeah, mine's like space vehicles and navigationals for space.
makes sense. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so yeah, let's do a
So when
roll.
you say knowledge, you mean intelligence, right? What you're saying?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
An intelligence roll.
Alright. That's for 20.
Oh
Wow.
shit!
You
Yeah.
grab
For
that
a
so much.
24.
Mhm.
So.
All right. So my instinct is to like describe you as being as careful as you've ever been in your entire life, but I don't want to do the thing for you. So what do you do with the
Yeah, he's.
radiation thing? It's like you've got to handle. You're so comfortable with this. You're like, oh man, I've done this 1,000 times. Whether or not you should be like that is
Yeah.
irrelevant, but it works out this time.
Well, you kind of gave the order, and so like I'm more just like barking at the people who are like lifting up. It's like,
Yeah, actually,
what the fuck are you doing? Like, no, you don't grab it like that. You gotta treat it like a baby, right? You know, a sexy little baby. And when you pick it up, you gotta cradle it, and you gotta allow it to have its space, right? You shall space. Just put it fucking on there. Come on. God damn it.
You see absolutely lost fucking stares as you just referred to the matter, antimatter, gamma radiation becoming Abob as a sexy baby.
Sexy little baby, yes.
Everyone's just like,
Agreed. Everyone is just like, agreed.
and it's so inspiring that they forget the mortal danger they're in and perfectly seated into the payload of the fighter.
I like the idea where he's got his hand in his head, but like there's like maybe a punch pad or something. He's like, how much charge?
All right, so now the payload has been armed and secured. 24, dude, is pretty good.
He sees one person. If you're using my payload, you better be using 2 hands now. Come on, let's keep going. Let's go.
I love all that.
Your payload does take 2 hands.
That's enough out of you.
Then, Operation Grendel is in production.
Yeah. So
So what do you want?
I want to continue to support Operation Grendel facilitation by directing the amount of flyers that are going to be following Hoagie. They're essentially going to form a formation, and they're going to be around him. He's going to be the center, and what their whole purpose is to try to, like, once they get to a certain point within range of the tentacles that are flying around, they're going to branch out and try to draw fire
Okay.
from the tentacles to try to keep Hoagie looking like. The idea is to make Hoagie just look like these just just a piece of debris or something was kind of put in there. Well, all these things that are attacking it are like the actual threat, and so that way the tendril, like the beast, isn't occupied with Togi.
I understand. That seems logical. Okay, so we're switching from them defending the Jormungandr to escorting Hoagie. Okay.
They're escorting Hoagie, and they're gonna draw fire.
He does care about me.
Man, I'm gonna say like it's you got a 24 on seeding the payload.
Yeah.
I was gonna say if this went wrong, it could go really, really wrong.
Actually, I could see like the cinematic thing where like you look back, like you're fixing the payload in there. And you look back, and as the hatch is going up, you just see Finn like saluting it, and then I could see you going like, or something like that.
It is that.
Little nonchalant.
Copping to rip my nipple song.
Yeah, like
I'm not even raging.
yeah, I'm just imagining like it.
But I'm raging.
All right, so
Not even raging.
We're continuing-
I am raging.
you're rallying the fighters for an escort. Okay, makes sense. Next up is the Abomination, so let's have him do a thing. Okay.
I could hear that.
Okay. It's the same rolls I got last time. This is insane. Anyway,
Story writes
the story writes itself. Yeah.
Oh, miss. Cleave ship in half, more dead.
Like you can see as this Eldritch horror kind of like lurches and like rolls its way closer to Svartalfheim. You can see like all of the ships trying to like intercede. You can see like one of the cruisers comes around to try and like shoot its like main battery at it, like and just full unload. And you see like the tendril kind of come out, and it like comes out and it opens up, and like you just see like rows and rows and rows of teeth just kind of like crunch down on it, and it like, just completely engulfs it. And you just see like a bunch of explosions happening, and like basically like fireworks going off inside, like under. Basically, if you've ever like gotten a pack of firecrackers and threw them into the water, and you can see it go boom like inside. Like that's what it looks like as the ship just gets obliterated by this giant mouth tendril.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, actually, I'll wait till my next turn, because it's not like he's taking
Mouth
off
tendrils
immediately this
are
turn.
great.
But I do want to eventually warn the other ships to be clear of the radius
Okay.
of the Eldritch being.
Okay.
I don't know when the appropriate time to do that is.
And there's only one way to find out, and that's when it happens.
So this turn I helped.
Because like this is not an approved way of using one of these things. Like we are pretty much fucking around and finding out right now.
I mean, Project Grendel was always, something experimental.
Yeah, ever since its inception, 10 seconds ago.
Ever since its We never did live testing. We don't know.
You never what?
It reminds me of I saw a video recently of someone, it was sodium metal, and they threw it in salt water.
And it blew up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, when it hits another spot, that explodes too.
Yeah.
It doesn't even have to be salt water.
It doesn't have to be?
Just
Okay.
water.
Does it react, just curious, does it react more strong to, I guess stronger to salt water? Or not?
If anything, it would react less strongly to salt water.
Yeah, I think saltwater's buffered in that case.
Okay.
Because sodium.
It was like a river, so it might not even been salt water in that case, but they were throwing it in, and it's, yeah, right? Yeah, but like it hit and exploded, and then another chunk went off, and that exploded. It was,
Yeah.
it was really cool to watch the
Yeah.
video, yeah.
RoY is very volatile.
It does not
if you
like
thought
water.
sodium was fun,
Yeah.
highly recommend looking up a video on cesium.
I was gonna say.
10 out of 10.
I was gonna say. You should look
Looking
up
up
cesium.
videos. Don't find your own cesium.
If you can find your own cesium, first of
Good
all,
for you.
who are you?
Yeah, true.
Who are your connections? Why are you like this?
Anybody who knows how to get cesium knows not to put it in water.
Yeah,
You
it's a
would
little
be
bit.
shocked by what people want to do.
Oh yeah, what they want to do.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, there's no way to, like, you can't buy cesium just on a store.
No.
Watch a video only.
Yeah.
So you're saying
All I'm saying is,
You get a roll of magnesium though.
Dang this.
as
Videos only.
as a hint, Stacy, the person putting in the sodium has like a latex glove, holding the element in their fingertips, drops it in the water. Potassium, slightly more robust glove, bigger vat of water,
Okay, yeah.
drops it with fingertips. Cesium, tub of water, industrial glove, puts element in at the end of metal tubs.
Yeah, like there's a lot of preventive.
Yeah.
And
That's great.
it's all they can do to get away fast enough.
That's
And
great.
then the tub explodes.
It explodes.
Watch videos.
Science is cool.
Cesium is spelled like fucking asshole. I'm sorry.
So you were saying?
Excuse me?
CS.
CES.
Yeah.
When we said ceasefire, we actually meant use cesium.
He sees fire.
I didn't say ceasefire. I said CS.
He sees fire.
That's the kind of humor you expect here. Let's just
Yeah, that's right.
highbrow chemistry humor. If you like highbrow chemistry humor, hit the like
Subscribe.
button and the subscribe button and leave a comment on your favorite chemical reaction.
Oh my god, actually,
You found your question for today.
that's the question of the day. What's your favorite chemical reaction?
Incredible.
I have to think about it.
Yeah.
You're right,
I don't
so-
know what my favorite chemical reaction is.
Well, anyway. Finn has given the that. Eldritch Abomination, ate the thing. I'm gonna sneeze in like 15 seconds or so. But until then, RoY, go ahead. I was
That's
too
like
wrong. It was
fucking
too-
4
it was
seconds,
out of
dude. Come on,
growth.
man. You said Raleigh?
I'm firing a laser.
Just draw it out. Make it like it's 13.
Yeah.
Make it 15 seconds, John. I'm relying on. Ooh.
19.
19.
Yeah.
That's a good roll.
I just have a plus 11.
Oh, just
And you're firing,
adjust.
You're still firing at the
Yeah.
the thing. Okay.
The horror.
The horror. The abomination.
Yeah, I'll
I
aim
choose
for
to fire
like
death.
I'll aim at a thing that looks like it's gonna do more damage than the other things.
Hey, it's gonna be a similar thing where like you see the mouth tendril kind of like turn and like attack another one, and like as it opens its pseudo mouth, you just see the laser just goes bzzz, and just cuts it in half.
Pseudomouth, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Snake
I caught the same
pseudopod.
thing too. I was like, pseudobot. What the fuck does this mean?
It's giving snail pseudopod
Yeah.
that they can use as mouths and willies.
Ooh.
I do love a Willy.
And pseudopod is funny because it means fake foot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a fake mouth. It's not a real mouth. It's not eating from it. It's just killing you.
Teeth. Vagina dentata. Still thinking about my favorite chemical reaction. I've got a contender that I think might win.
Could have been a contender.
Well, I'm glad I got you so hard. Anyway, that's the end of that. RoY has done the damage. Let's write that down real quick. Okay. Fifth.
Oh no.
Are you continuing to help Hoagie prepare?
Well, let's see. He's kind of. Did he leave yet? I'm
Not yet.
a
He's
bit
not- he has
confused
not-
on that.
It's
Okay.
like I said,
I've loaded the gamma radiation.
yeah, the payload is secured. He is not in the fighter yet.
Okay. I think I've done everything I can do to prep like his body.
I think a couple times.
Okay. Inappropriate for the Patreon. John.
Sorry.
So.
Unless we can get that done in 10 seconds. Probably not.
Well.
Impressive.
Efficient.
I'd be annoyed if that happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd be annoyed.
Yep.
Like, even if it was impressive, I'd be like, really? Okay.
Yeah.
I would be too.
It's like, good for you.
Yeah. Anyway, What are we doing?
Anyway, I'm gonna use the sensors to make sure that there's like the perfect path laid out on Hoagie's screen to get to the exact right spot.
Okay, so you're gonna prepare the electronics.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a...
And I guess that for his friends that are supporting him.
So
Like,
you're trying to guide me in.
Always.
Okay, so go ahead and make a space vehicles check.
Oh, great.
You have advantage because you are following the directive.
Cool. And what do I actually apply to that?
You're a wild. I think everyone in this party except for me is a wild spacer.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
you
I'm
should-
proficient in it.
And it's a
So I
roll.
have proficiency. Does
Okay.
it add like dex or
What does it
intelligence
say
or
on
something?
the thing?
It says it's a tool.
Okay.
You have the
Let's
full
make it-
background.
Okay, that's fine. I can work with it. Just make it an intelligence check because you're working
One
on
would
it.
say.
Can do. Okay. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Honestly, I think I would like a system that a system where the skills aren't necessarily tied to the ability as much as they are in D&D.
So that's
Oh, where it's just something there.
Like it's because like acrobatics is tied to dexterity like intrinsically, but like acrobatics and athletics do the same thing. It's just you could just say acrobatics or athletics and then just do it like instead of making acrobatics its own thing, you could just say make an athletics check with dexterity. Like what's functionally the difference? And the answer is there is none.
Mm.
that it's easier for people to wrap their head around the dex check and the strength check rather than a strength check that's replaced with a dex number.
Well, if you're going for simplicity in a TTRPG, question mark?
18.
Okay, 18. Okay, so basically you're just picking out basically what I'm picking doing is just like getting rid of most of the sensors that do anything besides telling him exactly where he needs to go. So like basically putting on horse blinders.
I know exactly how Hoagie likes to fly a ship,
Yeah.
Yeah, you
so I get rid of
Exactly.
anything else.
Yeah, so like, oh, there's a communication channel, now he doesn't need to hear anything of that.
Oh no.
Now he doesn't need to hear this.
Yeah.
A warning light, no, doesn't care.
You got the landing strip ready.
Like automating things that you know he's gonna forget.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine, that makes sense. Alright, so let's make that.
It does make sense. You're right.
Landing strips.
Oh, I forgot everything about what you said. I immediately put that in my mind.
I figured what I said too. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Anyway, okay, so that will make that check a little bit easier. So we'll lower the DC on the attack roll. Okay. Is that the end of your turn?
So I inspired you. I'll inspire you. Wait, unless I've left the room to help Hoagie. Or
Yeah,
or
you're
I'm
not in the same room. If you're helping
Great.
Hoagie, you're in the
Great.
hangar, and Finn is
Great.
still at the command deck.
I'll give bardic inspiration to one of the guys helping Hoagie.
I was kind of so. It's hard to say because I was helping out with the effort in sort of terms of directing people for fighters and stuff.
But aren't
It
you
would
still
be
in your helmet
very
area?
unorthodox for you to leave the command helm during a battle.
That's fair. Okay, so the last thing I do want to do, and I don't know if it's more free action or something, but I just want to comms the Hoagie to just tell him to like, as soon as you drop the payload, gun it back. Because I don't know how to do
Yeah,
it.
Gun the payload back to you.
Oh hell no. No. Payload monster. After you hit the payload on the monster,
So I release the payload on the monster.
you release the payload on the monster. You fly the ship back with you.
Oh, so it's a hit and quit kind of thing.
Hit and quit.
Got it.
Hit and quit it.
Technically, you're leaving before you hit it.
Yeah, hopefully
So don't stay for the progress.
don't stay for the progress.
I know you're joking. Don't stay!
And then I'm gonna relay to the fighters to also like, follow suit
Yeah, fucking scatter.
because they're gonna need the blast radius.
Scatter!
Like, yes, sir, we're bugging out as soon as possible.
Fair enough.
Fucking roach speed away.
Mood.
Love it.
Yeah, so I'll give them bardic inspiration too.
So she's inspiring some people are helping me out. This is what she's saying.
Okay.
That way they're inspired to protect him. I spin a really cool tale about how he is just an amazing hero of the Rock of Brawl, and they should really support him because then they will be heroes that supported the hero of the Rock of Brawl.
That's how I invented the meatball sub.
That's how he did it.
How?
She just. Never mind.
You guys are my hero.
Sorry, I was distracted. I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be in jail.
Oh.
What?
I think you got the wrong person. Racist.
Right. All astral elves look the same.
Huh?
Anyway.
Pretty sure you're supposed to be in jail too after that vendor last week, Johnson.
That was your idea.
Potato
Cheers
patatas.
to jail.
It was your birthday.
Well, shit, you got me there.
Well, shit, Jackie.
Well, damn, Jackie.
I can't control the jail.
I can't control the cops. I can't control the general.
No one can. The Brigadier. Anyway, that's gonna be the end of the turn. So now we're going to do a little bit of shit that happens outside of.
A little bit of spice.
of it.
Splice.
Splice.
Okay, so because the ship is no longer being defended, we're going to do some rules for
Yeah.
that.
It was bound to happen.
Okay. So we're going to do a few damage ticks on the Jormungandr, as now that there's not as much focus on defense, some of the golems kind of like break through. You can hear some of them like crashing and scraping against the hull, as there's not quite as much defensive fire. A few alarms go off, no breach alarms yet. And as well as the Jormungandr getting attacked, you can hear a few more reports of increased activity on the planet as well, as because that's not being defended either specifically by Finn, then it's some other things are happening there. So still nothing like immediate concern, but just so you know, like as you're doing other things, you have to keep that in mind. So we'll do some damage ticks to Svartalfheim. And then we'll move on to the top of the round. So Hoagie, one more round of preparation before you leave this.
Yeah, so it's all loaded, right?
You are loaded. The Bithic has adjusted your flight computer to your
To my liking.
specification. Question mark. But yes, so you have a customized flight computer. You've got the payload secured. Now I think the last thing to do is to make it suitable for you to use. It is definitely not intended for GIF use. You can fit, but it's not necessarily comfortable. So what do you want to do to kind of like make it your own, customize it, make it like a bit more easy for you to pilot?
Yeah, I mean, one is just push the seat back a little. You know, like he doesn't want to get in there and feel like it's nuts for his chin.
What do you remove to push the seat back?
I think the easiest thing would be the brakes.
No brakes, okay?
Yeah.
Oh my.
Obviously.
Why would
Obviously.
No, I'm there. I tell him no.
Okay, so you remove the brakes, which are behind the seat.
Yeah.
No.
As they should be.
You put the brakes where they are, Hoagie.
It's just a box that says "Do not remove."
Don't leave out there.
That can't stop me. I can't wait.
Okay, so no, what it would be is like you basically remove something that like you can push the pedals farther forward, I suppose.
Yeah, I take some mesh netting too,
Okay.
and I just kind of hook it up, and I put some of my sandwiches in the netting.
Okay.
I think that would be
Sure.
beneficial.
Okay.
Naturally.
Hold on a second. Let me write that down.
Other than that, I think there should be a spot. Maybe like take out if there was a passenger seat,
Uh-huh.
rip that puppy out, so I can put my weapons there. in case I need to, dive out the window and just start hacking and slashing at this thing.
Okay, so it's full of your weapons and sandwiches.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
And honestly, I think that's a job well done.
Incredible.
No breaks.
So you
All sandwiches.
remove the breaks, replace
There's
the
still
sandwiches with-
breaks. Pythic was there to tell him no.
There's some form of break, I'm sure, somewhere. I'll figure it out.
I need to know if you remove the breaks or not.
I'm moving the break.
Okay.
I told you not to die.
The goal is to get out of this fast, so I can't be hampered by breaks.
If you don't have breaks, you can't turn around.
That's not true.
Just gotta whoop it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're just going into a high G curve fit in a small cockpit filled with sandwiches and weapons.
Who doesn't love the G
What
spot?
could go wrong?
So, yeah.
When you put it that way.
And I think that ends my turn.
Why do you think my immediate reaction was, hold on, let me write this down?
Do you need a roll or anything for this by chance? Or...
To what? To take the breaks out?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No, you're good.
What about for the sandwiches? Anything for that?
No, I think
Okay.
you're all right.
Cool. Straw man right.
Frankly, inspiring.
If you didn't have inspiration right now, absolutely.
I think Hoagie feels pretty good about it.
You know what? I'm glad. I'm glad he feels good about it. Anyway, Finn, you're. I don't know if you can see what's happening.
Oh, probably.
He's like currently getting into it.
Mhm.
All right, copping. We're good.
I don't know if it's like on there's like an overhead bridge and then like below maybe I can see the hangar.
Yeah, well, I would imagine that there's below you. There's like monitors, and like on one of the monitors you can see Hoagie kind of like settling into one of the fighters, and then another thing you can see like an actual like camera that's inside the cockpit, and you can see like his head is cut off like right here.
Yeah.
He's just like this freaking chest that you're talking
I'm gonna
to.
like comfy.
Yeah.
Looks
Yeah.
snug as a bug in there.
Wouldn't say a bug, but yeah.
And you are like this pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. Got a little kink in my neck.
Yeah, you, have you still have the air bubble, but the air bubble is also finding like some trouble fitting into the cockpit.
We considered Commando laying in it.
I just, I've never breathed better, if I'm being honest.
Well, I mean,
Who needs a CPAP when you got one of these things, you know?
Rocket Brown
Or what?
does provide the best option.
Oh, he doesn't know what a CPAP is.
He does now with his monk wisdom.
Very wise.
Wisdom doesn't teach you what things are, unfortunately.
Hey, in D&D, wisdom is healing.
Uh-huh.
CPAP is medical.
Stop.
So, if it's my turn, then I'm gonna relay the message to the ships, like, Command Fleet, Rocket Claw. We are currently loading Project Grendel in preparation.
You just see
Stop it, it's
you just see
Grundle.
300
Grundle.
messages of what the fuck is that?
Wow.
Nobody else
They
briefed on
missed
code
the
names.
briefing.
in various like levels of like politeness between please clarify, Captain, and what the fuck are you talking about?
Is this project that secret? What the hell did we call it again?
You told me not to tell anybody, sir.
Alright, hold on, translator.
Initiate dropping a fucking nuke on the monster.
But like it just replaces with God damn it.
That's more like it. Clear the area when you see a fleet of ships flying towards
No,
it.
the second you say that, you see basically every single ship start to turn, go away from the friggin' monster.
That's a correct move. Good.
Like, Alright.
Shit.
Just.
And then there's just one little lull.
Yeah.
Lol got corrected by his wife. Lol.
Alright. Excellent.
Alright, so I think that's my action to clear the ships of the area.
Okay.
But I presume that'll give them some kind of benefit that I told them that they're not going to be in the blast radius of the nuke.
Yeah, it'll basically I'm treating it as like you're protecting the fleet, which the fleet won't take as much. It won't take as much damage.
Remember, Captain, everything's impossible theoretically until it's done.
Had enough with wise Hody.
So these are like, is that true?
Hypothetically.
I think it'd be more like everything is theoretically possible until it's done, or until you fail.
That's for you to find out.
He
Or I
has
guess me and this
approximate
guy's-
knowledge of many things.
Odin speed.
God.
True wisdom is found on the back of the cereal box. Anyway, next up is the Abomination.
So his wisdom is just minion memes from Facebook.
It's so true. No, it's like just calling sci-fi quotes from like Star Trek that make it so.
I'm just thinking like there's like a quote that says like death is only the beginning, and it's on like a TV cuisine that says like hella nuggies.
Yeah.
Give me the nuggies.
I want the nugs, bro.
Give me my damn nuts!
Question of the day for the next day: nuggies or tendies?
Based! Okay, hold on, I'm writing these down.
Easy answer. Okay.
Wait.
Wait
I didn't ask you. Also, you need to be thinking about your favorite chemical reaction.
Alright, now.
Taking it very serious.
That's really hard.
I have too many options.
Just gonna sit over here and
What's
Google
next? DM.
best chemical reaction.
Let me Google. Reaction.
think you joke, but she's asked me a question. I don't know the answer.
Alright, so. First attack on the Yumgander misses. Attack on the planet got a natural 20.
Oh!
So, basically what you see happen, and you can see this almost from where you are, which is in, pretty high orbit around Svartalfheim. You hear a lot of chatter like, it's going right for the, and you can see a, basically, large flash from the surface of Svartalfheim as something has happened to cause an explosion that rocks a large portion of a fairly well-populated city.
Well, shit.
So we're gonna mark that down as a couple more damage ticks for Svartalfheim. Not great, not great, not great. Something defend Super Earth.
Alright, Captain. I got this.
And then the defense of the fleet actually caused them to miss because the AC of the fleet went up and he missed the attack on them. So the fleet is okay. It is now RoY's turn. RoY, what would you like to do that isn't shoot a laser? You can shoot a laser, I'm just kidding. What is this face you're giving?
I'm not allowed to shoot the laser.
No, you are. I'm just fucking with you.
What else am I supposed to do? I have one job.
I'm a laser.
Blah!
Laser. Laser.
17.
17?
Shit.
Shit. It's like, with this one you can see several of these tendrils coming out to attack the retreating fleet, trying to like grab them as their attention has gone from attacking to kind of retreating. It's given the entity kind of like the motive to move forward. And like, as you see like several tendrils move forward, trying to like grab the nodding system, basically, you just see the freaking laser go zzz, and just shear off a bunch of them.
Does this thing make any kind of horrifying noises? Like it's
Space.
of pain?
No one can hear you scream.
It makes
kind of-
silent noises.
That's going to you'll be answered soon.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh. I'm not sure I like that.
You don't hear anything at the moment.
You don't hear anything.
The only thing you can really much hear is like the simulated noises of like the laser going off, because you can't actually hear lasers. But like, I like the idea of basically the ships making the noises to like as a feedback to what you're doing, as opposed to like if you shoot a laser like in real life, if you just click a button and a laser comes out, like the laser isn't making any noise. But that's fucking stupid. It's way better if you click a button and the laser goes. So I just feel like it's a simulated noise that gets like give the person in that is doing the thing a feedback that something has happened.
Love it.
You know what? Base.
It's basically how I hand wave the Star Wars explosions in space.
Because it's more.
It was a really cool scene. I think it's the first Star Trek when like the whole breach happens and it's like, and then it shows space. It's just silence. I was like, that was a pretty cool contrast of showing like what would happen. But yeah, I get what you're saying with the lasers.
Sound needs things to travel by. There's nothing in space. Anyway,
There's not a lot in space.
there's not enough to carry a sound wave.
It's not enough in space.
Hey, space is enough. Not sure I'm part of it.
Pretty sure the reason why it's called space is specifically because it's not enough to be anything else.
Somebody just called it an expanse of space, and nobody corrected it, and they just.
No one can think of a better thing to call it. So, I
Now
think
we're here.
we got close with like vacuum, but then it just became vacuum of space. So we just went right back to space.
Let's start a new trend. All right, let's all start calling it Bill.
So many Bill are currently.
What?
What is it? What is this?
No,
Tiny,
just Bill.
Who was the first person inside Bill?
what is this? Tiny
Man.
Earth 2, aka Bob.
Leica.
Like went into Bill.
I like to go to Bill.
Yeah.
You Leica go to Bill?
Yeah.
Low Earth Bill.
You just like to fly there.
In there, yeah. Yeah. Just guide my shuttle.
Low
in.
Earth
Right into
space.
Bill.
Yeah.
No,
Would it be a kind of
Bill.
explosive takeoff?
It would be supposed to take off in the Bill. Yeah. Drop my payload.
Wide, expansive Bill.
Yeah.
True. Small step for man. Giant leap
And then
for Bill.
well, if you call it Bill, then in scientific text it's gonna have to be called William.
Not
that.
necessarily.
Not if William
not his
isn't his
God-given
real
name.
name. His full name is Bill.
Listen, if his grandfather's legal Christ-given name can be Billy, then space can be Bill.
I.E. or Y?
Why?
Why?
So he's not a stripper.
Of course not.
Or
He's a
was
space-
he?
Not that we're aware of.
If he was a stripper, it would end in I.
He worked for a circus at one time. I don't know.
wow.
He doesn't talk about it. But
What is happening?
When you
What
like,
are we talking about at this point? I
my,
don't...
my grandfather.
We're talking about how I believe it's Mythic's turn.
Oh fuck, is it Mythic's turn?
It is now.
Well, Hoagie's out there flying, right?
Not yet.
Oh fuck off. What are you gonna fucking fly?
Hey,
Okay.
look into my eyes one more time.
Let's see. I guess I should go back and work the sensors in the sensors room, which was near Finn. I
You go back to the
think.
command center. Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a couple rounds since the first destroyed thing, and the
Yeah.
second one didn't have any escape pods because it got eaten.
Yeah, sure.
So
It's been.
I thought the same thing.
it's
too.
been 2 rounds since the guy fucking died.
I mean, but that's not like the only thing the sensors can do. I gotta make sure that everybody out there knows exactly what's.
These are the things that I gave you as an example that you could do. If you can give me a reason that a thing that you're doing would do a thing, we can work with it. I was just giving you examples.
Sure. True.
Like you can use their sensors to help Hoagie with his flight. You can use sensors to detect the escape pods. You can use them to do all kinds of things.
Yeah. So. Well,
I know I'm giving you like choice paralysis a little bit with that description, but you know.
So I definitely plan on helping Hoagie, but he's not really flying yet. So I'm gonna get back to the sensors, and when I set up his electronics, I sort of connected them? Question mark? So that I could talk directly to him in the cockpit.
Okay, so you put a.
When I fucked up his communications relay, it was to make it directly communicate with me.
Okay, so the only person.
Yeah.
Communicate with him is you.
Yeah.
Project Baby Monitor.
Sexy little baby.
So that means you can't talk to him once he launches.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know this. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I got another D20, guys.
Man, thank God. What would you have done?
I'm still going to give orders like he is able to hear me, and then we'll see if I'm pleasantly surprised that he's following my not giving orders to him, or if everything goes off the rails.
Yeah, we'll see. Honestly, I can't wait to see what happens here.
So I think for this turn, I'm gonna start talking him through how to ramp up his ship because I modified it, and so I'm gonna be like, so I did this and I did this, and I want to get him ready to go, and hopefully give him advantage on going, on payloading.
Nice, you get advantage on going.
Not to mention payloading.
Well,
getting prepped
I
for
don't know
Bill.
about that.
I'm really good at prepping him.
Splendid.
Yeah. And then since I'm back, I go, sup, Captain, and give you inspiration.
Wow, sup?
I've never felt so
I've
inspired.
never felt so alive.
I would say,
Sup, Captain?
is there a certain thing you do to inspire him? Or
I actively call him Captain, which is not
Yeah,
normal.
it's pretty inspiring that you refer to me as Captain. I will say.
Did you call him Captain or did you call him Cabin? Like Captain Crunch.
Whatever his own people normally call him is what I call him.
Captain.
Yeah.
If you're going by RoY, it is the most perfectly enunciated captain.
Yes. So when I pronounce Captain, it's sup because I have an accent. But then because I respect him so much and really more respect Raleigh because she's a bud, I go sup Captain and try to pronounce it exactly like Raleigh does in a really inspiring way.
It's nice. I really feel like I've grown in their eyes. I've earned their
His
respect.
implicit
finally.
bias hears captain the way RoY says it, and he's just like, for some reason that just really resonates.
It's just really.
Yeah.
You know, it's the little things.
So now you
I
have
took
a
that
D6.
personally.
Is it a D6? Or
Yeah,
Good old-
it's a D6.
good
I'm
old-
only like a level 2.
Good old
bard.
Capitan.
Yeah. So that's it.
Okay. Let's do some outside of initiative nonsense.
Oh, no.
So the Jormungandr is going to be attacked. It's not being defended.
Wow.
Svartalfheim is out, and they're still running away, so nope. Man, I'm just gonna use this dice. Alright, anyway. New D20 time. Go to next time? Alright, let's go.
Bill, it's unforgiving.
Yeah, Bill is not forgiving.
Just ask Monica.
Bill, it's what's for dinner. Wait.
Bill, it's what's for dinner.
Bill.
Bill Nye, the expansive universe.
Yep.
You almost said space.
Wow.
I did. Then I realized I needed to correct it.
Bill Nye, the unknowing expansive of the universe.
Bill, no, the expansive Bill.
That's it, Bill?
As we know, the universe is constantly expanding. Bill is expanding.
Bill
Universe is
always
constantly expanding.
expands.
Bill gets
How?
big.
Bill
No,
gets
no,
bigger
don't-
and
we don't
bigger
know that
and bigger.
We do know that there's a certain concentration of dark Bill.
There's just so much Bill.
Good old dank Bill.
Dank Bill. That's just this dank Bill.
Oh no, not Dank Bill.
You know who's operating on dank energy right now? Mary.
Dang.
Wow, don't just.
I'm drawing titties.
Nice.
Actually, you know what? Same.
There you going.
I mean,
I'm
yeah.
also trying to draw really hot biceps, and
Who's
that's
that?
totally incorrect. I'm really upset about it.
Bill.
Who could it be?
Ugh.
I see the top hat.
Now I gotta look
I
at
think
buff
the hat
arms.
is kind of a giveaway.
Oh, was it? No?
Yeah,
Oh.
I know it's Des. I didn't know who the other person was.
it's RoY. I'm doing a crossover.
Oh, nice.
So that's who I want to draw, and so that's what I will draw.
That's
Nice.
sweet.
I did that
Very
last week. I drew Addie and
You already know what
whoever I
it
played
is.
in the other game.
You already know.
I know who I play.
Hoagie,
Oh!
it's time.
Yes.
Bill.
It's time to launch
Into Bill.
into Bill. All right. Okay, we have successfully jammed a gigantic hippo person into a small sardine can and put a nuke on it.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
So many
Nothing.
things. I don't like
Nothing.
it.
Perfectly planned, as all things should be.
I'm so upset.
Yeah, absolutely
Physics
nothing
fine
could go
with it.
wrong.
Frankly, we had physics consent the entire
It was
way.
Physics' idea, honestly.
Physics idea, really.
I'm just
Honestly.
glad that we made this ship efficient.
Efficient.
Oh, it's
No breaks.
super efficient.
Super efficient.
There's no.
Comms all there, perfect communication lines, nothing's wrong.
Yeah, we'll be good. Smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing.
You know what's smooth goblin's notebook.
Pablo's notebook.
Yeah.
You know what enables good, smooth sailing?
Yeah.
It's organization, and when organization comes, a notebook, specifically Goblin's notebook.
If you want to organize yourself, head on over to that website that John puts down here in the
That's
description. It'll take you to Goblin's Notebook.
Yeah.
You can subscribe
Good.
for awesome notebookness
For
on
awesome.
the online.
Notebookicity.
It's a digital notebook. That's cool. And if you use the code Lizards20, then you get 20% off the first month of that subscription to Awesome Notebook Dis.
Pretty good.
Elles sont des notebooks.
Notebook.
What were we doing?
Do it.
Huh?
Also, go ahead and check out Pint of Cthulhu. They're a fun podcast full of Cthulhu.
Just the pint?
That's what they've told me.
Okay.
I suppose they don't have a gallon worth of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you watch enough pints,
You get to
Really?
What about a picture of Cthulhu, just for the whole table?
only if it's a pint.
Something to share.
Yeah.
A little something to share.
Yeah. we each get a pint of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Just, to share. Just to share.
If I get a whole picture, will you guys share with me?
Yes.
Speaking
Will you
of
guys have some?
Speaking of sharing, you could share both Goblin's Notebook and also Pint of Cthulhu, and also our podcast. Share it with people, and then when you're done sharing, hit the like button because you liked it so much that you shared it with somebody. And then you could also be subscribed because you liked it so much to share it with somebody, and it all comes back around to just watching more of our podcast, I guess.
Share us here on YouTube.
I've
Share
heard-
us on any podcasting app on Instagram, Twitter, Mastodon, Hive, Bluesky, and Facebook, and Patreon.
Literally, tell your friends about me.
I've heard that if you smash that subscribe button, it would be a reaction where you get more of our content.
It's true. It's true. Yeah.
Probably also more just TTRPG.
It even tells you like,
content.
hey, there's videos coming out.
There's only one reaction.
To smash
It's
it?
more volatile than that. And it might be putting matter and antimatter into some kind of mabob.
Hey, speaking of reactions,
Huh?
What about them?
Oh god.
the question of the day.
The question of the day.
We've arrived.
What is your favorite chemical reaction?
It's crazy.
What's yours, Mary?
Couldn't decide.
Bruh!
I have one.
That might be
So-
that might be the most sciencey thing I've ever heard you say.
I separated it into very
Nope, I lied.
simple and biochemical.
Uh-huh.
So the simple reaction that is my favorite is phenolphthalein.
Sure.
Describe.
Sure.
Phenolphthalein is a color indicator that changes colors based on pH. You can use it to determine the pH of a thing.
So a litmus test.
Yeah, basically, like litmus. A lot of litmus papers have different color indicators that change the color so you can determine the pH. And phenolphthalein turns hot pink.
Very cool, very cool.
Ooh.
It's also spelled ridiculously.
It is. That's true.
Oh, true.
Because phenolphthalein. I know it's phenolphthalein. Yeah, it's crazy.
Thanks, Grace.
Thanks, Grease.
What did you got?
I'm a simple guy. Potassium and water.
It's hot.
Potassium and water.
Why is potassium
Cesium
water
and water
not
too much
cesium
for you?
and water? Yeah.
Huh?
Why potassium and water and not cesium and water?
I don't know. Just like pop.
He didn't use the day.
Can I tell my biochemical favorite?
You could.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah.
The feedback loop of Vibrio species that make them bioluminescent.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's fun.
But I'm trying to decide, like, which one, like what is it? The chemical reaction that I use the most, or is it like one that I just think is cool? Because one I use the most would be the chemical reaction of brining, where you put like chicken or whatever into the solution of salt, and the salt brings out the more like it infuses into the chicken and becomes like a brine. That's really cool.
I could say that neither of the chemical reactions I just described I've ever used.
Yeah.
Well, I have used phenolphthalein.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure you've used markers for
Yeah, but
for
not
acidity
since I
before.
was too young to drink. So.
The coolest one is fire. By the
Oh,
way.
yeah. What's your favorite method for generating fire?
Ooh.
Do you like what
Is this a different
exothermic
question?
process?
What's that?
Is that a different question?
Kind of.
You said
Yeah,
different. What?
You
Exceller?
said the result.
Yeah.
What's your favorite exothermic thing that generates fire?
The way the sun works.
That one's pretty hot.
That's
It's not-
pretty good.
But it's not fire.
I mean, fusion is technically a chemical reaction.
Yeah, like my favorite way to make fire is rubbing a battery on steel.
No, that's crazy. You're insane for that. You're super crazy.
You ever
for
turn a
that.
wire and it combusts?
That's
We're
nuts.
putting a
That's
battery
crazy.
on a whole nest of wire.
Yeah, just the wire just turns to fire.
Yeah.
It's fun.
That's nuts. Anyway, go ahead.
We watched it.
I'll try and think of a better.
That's
best
why
way
you
to
don't
think
use
for fire.
aluminum to conduct electricity in a building.
So, I don't know if you would correct me if I'm wrong. Science isn't my thing. But I would say how you can cook food with acids. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think that.
Uh-huh.
With like,
like-
lime.
Yeah, I think that's like ceviche, right? Like
Yeah.
the idea, like that's super cool to me. It's like I didn't use like a grill or anything like that. I'm just like, hey, this thing's so fucking like this is causing reaction,
Yeah.
right? That's causing it. So I'd say that's mine.
That's cool. Yeah.
That is very cool.
So I was like looking up different chemical reactions because I don't know, they're all kind of cool, and I couldn't decide what was my favorite. And then one of them just said super cooled water, and I'm like, you know what? I am delighted every time that happens when you like put a water bottle in the freezer and it doesn't freeze all the way, and then you take it out and you just kind of tap it on something, and then all of a sudden it's frozen.
Yeah. I love phase changes. One of my favorite things about water is that it's one of the few things that has a triple point. So you can, in a laboratory, put a vacuum on water and it will reach a very specific temperature and pressure sweet spot where it will try to be gas, liquid, and solid all at one time.
That's cool.
Hmm.
You find your accelerant?
I think the coolest one for an exothermic reaction would probably be like steel wool and vinegar. I think that's really cool.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
That's what came to mind. I can't think of many other ones. The elephant toothpaste reaction is really fun.
I've got to love
You watch
elephant
those
toothpaste.
Mark Rober videos where he put them through the freaking
Yeah.
massive, like it was like the massive Erlenmeyer flask to then shoot the
Yeah,
toothpaste up.
really?
Yeah, it's not like- it's not
That's
some
a
massive.
massive
I
expansion.
Like
need to watch
It's
those.
not fire, but it is an exothermic reaction,
Yeah.
and it is
Yeah.
very fun.
Yeah.
There's an endothermic reaction that I'm very fond of, which is dissolving cesium chloride in water. It's
Oh, boy.
endothermic, so it becomes really cold.
Huh.
And you use it for DNA extraction.
Very cool.
I like that you can take like salt metals and turn fire different colors.
Yeah!
since
I've
it's
seen
fried,
videos of that. Yeah.
The website I was looking at has one that says rainbow fire, so you line them up so that
That's
it's
cool. Very cool.
Fireworks
Dude, science is cool.
very exciting.
Yeah.
It's inorganic, so it's a little bit iffy for me, but I do enjoy it a lot.
What phosphates? What? Well, share with us your favorite fucking nerd shit.
Yeah,
We love to hear it. We're fucking nerds too. It's great. See you next time. Roll? Maybe?
Can
we?
Yeah.
Can we?
When we? Are you?
Are you?
Join a Pint of Cthulhu in 2025 as we play through the hot new TTRPG Blistercritters for Season 4, with a completely custom written campaign that may have killed at least 2 people mentally. I am one of them. Warning, this show contains dirty humour, vulgar language, no filters, and probably is best for adults' ears only. You have been warned.